This is 7 National News, and in our top story, UAE President, His Highness Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, has launched the National Reading Law as part of a 10-year plan to encourage reading among the people of the UAE. His Highness Sheikh Khalifa stated that the goal of the reading law is to provide a sound basis for lifelong learning for all members of our community and enhance the mental, intellectual, and cultural assets of our people. In support of the law, the UAE Vice President, Prime Minister, and ruler of Dubai also approved the 10-year national strategy, which includes a 100 million dirhams fund to make reading a habit among the UAE population. The strategy also includes a full month dedicated to reading, which this year is going to be October, and from 2017 onwards will be March. On his Twitter account, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed stated that the strategy of reading is a roadmap for building reading and a civilized society, keeping abreast of changes, leading in development, and accepting all cultures. Commenting on the new strategy, Mohammed Al-Gargawi, the UAE Minister of Cabinet Affairs, stated that recent studies have shown that 70% of the population do not read any books, while students only read 4 books per day, and the number decreases when they go to the university. It was added that through the new reading law, the government hopes to change this situation and get 50% of Emirati adults and 80% of students to read at least 20 books per year. Etihad Airways has announced that a total of 31 passengers on board a Jakarta-bound flight have been injured following severe turbulence. In a statement, the airline revealed that flight EY474 from Abu Dhabi to Jakarta encountered severe and unexpected turbulence about 45 minutes prior to arrival in the Indonesian capital. It was added that the flight landed safely and all passengers were met by medical assistance teams as they disembarked the aircraft. Furthermore, the airline added 22 passengers are being treated by paramedics for minor injuries at the airport, whereas 9 other passengers have been taken to a local hospital. All schools in Dubai will now be required to participate in international and external benchmarking assessments on an annual basis to reach national agenda goals. According to a local daily, starting this year, school inspection results will also feature insights on progress made by individual schools in achieving national agenda goals. Currently, all schools are required to write the trends in international mathematics and science study and program for international student assessment conducted once in 3 years. However, all schools will be now required to write international assessments like International Benchmark Test, GL Assessment, and International Schools Assessment, along with PISA and TIMMS. Cited in the report, KHDA officials stated that schools will be judged on their ability to reach the national agenda goals based on test results from these other international assessments. The report added that the objectives underpinning the UAE national agenda, launched in 2014 by His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Vice President and Prime Minister of the UAE and ruler of Dubai, provide schools with concrete targets against which to measure the progress towards achieving the aspirations of the UAE Vision 2021. Schools are also given customized targets set by the KHDA, which have to achieve within a stipulated time frame. Key grades that will be tested include grades 4, 8, and 9. And educational experts and experienced teachers have discussed the future of education in the UAE with a special focus on how progressive education is crossing boundaries and changing the traditional way of teaching in the 21st century. Giving a glimpse into how progressive education is today, inspiring young minds and trying to be as engaging and dynamic as children's minds, educational experts attending the Clarion Education Forum in Dubai advised parents not to ignore playtime, as most pleasurable experiences of children always involve a fun way of doing things. While school teachers and parents focus on traditional methods of teaching, representatives of Clarion School highlighted that project-based learning, which includes field trips and practical ways of doing things, are an integral part of progressive education and have proven to be more successful in engaging and involving children. While interacting with parents, the expert panel stressed that involving parents, children, and teachers is key to building the spirit of progressive learning. By creating a loving environment, learning not only becomes enjoyable, but also helps in igniting the curiosity among children. Opening in September this year, Clarion School aims to introduce their progressive educational approach to UAE residents, while also supporting the development of creativity and critical thinking among children.
We're very excited to bring experience-based education to Dubai. It's the first time really that it's been here at the primary school level. It's been here in forms in our nursery schools, but has not been here as far as primary schools. It's very integrated, and they will have all the traditional skills taught to them, but the manner in which they learn is very different. It is experiential. They're learning through field trips. They are learning through doing. You won't see the traditional desks in the room. You won't see a teacher's desk. You'll see a teacher down at their level, working with them, with morning meetings, with choices for students to work in the classroom.
If we're fearful, we're going to limit our experiences. We want to try new things. We want to continue to innovate. And that innovation, that curiosity, that desire for learning, we don't want to squelch that. So we really want to be child-centered, and we really want the projects to be interesting to the children, to be accessible to the children, and we really want to open up Dubai to children. This is a very fast-paced society, so with our youngest ones, we're actually going to slow things down to really meet them where they are, and then we're going to go on this journey with them over time, adding to the complexity as they're ready for it, so they see it as we're just making it more interesting, but it's actually a developmentally appropriate challenge.
My expectations are regarding the progressive learning. I didn't know about it, so I wanted to know more about that. And I was intrigued to understand the learning through play. As I mentioned earlier, I found this is very similar to the approach, the cultural approach of the Islamic nature of the area. I mean, Prophet Muhammad said that teach kids when they are playing. So I found that very interesting to make the link between, you know, a curriculum coming from the States and something we grew up learning about. So this is interesting. And also, so this is for my background. I find this interesting for my child. Also, the fact that in Dubai and in my family we are multicultural, so also it's very interesting. So I feel this is responding to the needs of my kid.
Dubai Health Authority has announced the timings for its hospitals and primary healthcare centers for Al-Isra and Miraaj holiday, which falls on Thursday, the 5th of May. According to the DHA, hospitals will work as per shift timings, and medical practitioners will be on call to ensure work continues as normal. The emergency departments of Rashid, Dubai, Latifa, and Hatta hospitals will be functional round the clock. However, outpatient clinics at both Dubai Hospital and Rashid Hospital will be closed during the holidays, whereas Latifa Hospital outpatient facilities will be closed except for pediatrics walk-in clinic, which will function as normal. Meanwhile, Hatta Hospital's family medicine clinic will be open from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. All other primary healthcare centers will be closed except for Nad al-Hamar and Al-Barsha healthcare centers, which will continue to function 24 hours on the public holiday. Hisna Medical Fitness Center will be open from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m., while all other DHA medical fitness centers will remain closed during the holiday. Dubai's authorities issued new rules for shawarma restaurants to ensure healthier conditions for the preparation and selling of such dishes. According to daily reports, the rules were contained in a booklet sent by the municipality to 472 restaurants and shops involved in the sale of this popular meat dish throughout the emirate. Dubai municipality officials were quoted in the report as saying that the aim of these new rules is to ensure a healthier environment for the preparation and selling of shawarma. Officials added that they have decided to issue the new rules after the noticeable increase in incidents where municipality inspectors noticed that many restaurants do not have enough space for the preparation of the dish, and some restaurants were also found to be violating meat preparation and storage, while others lacked proper washing and ventilation systems. The new rules started to be enforced at the beginning of the month, with all restaurants to ensure that they have sufficient spaces of at least 10 square meters for the preparation and selling of shawarma. And finally, in the bulletin, the 13th Dubai International Film Festival will run from 7th to 14th December 2016, and submissions are now open for the Dubai Film Connection and Enjaz, which are key elements of the Dubai film market, the business counterpart of DIF. According to a press release issued by the organizers, since its inception in 2007, DFC has showcased more than 120 fiction and non-fiction film projects in development to regional and international industry decision-makers and has gained a reputation for selecting the best projects originating from the Arab world each year. The press release also revealed that the Arab film industry is currently enjoying a successful year, with homegrown talent firmly in the spotlight on the world stage, with a significant number of Arab films showcased at the Academy Awards, the BAFTAs, and international film festivals, including Berlin Film Festival, Toronto International Film Festival, and Cannes Film Festival. 5 films supported by Enjaz and DFC will showcase at this year's Cannes Film Festival, and 7 films screened at DIF's 12th edition will be presented in the Cannes Short Film Corner. Additionally, the DFC is now open for submissions for feature-length fiction and non-fiction projects in development by directors of Arab nationality or origin. The co-production market introduces Arab filmmakers to regional and international film backers and organizations over 3 days of intensive meetings during DIF. The deadline for submission is August 1st, 2016, and details are available at www.diff.ae.